Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about happiness and its possible effects. I love this book that is named Happiness Advantage. It is written by Sean Anker and it is foundable by Audible or any kind of bookseller. If you wish to listen it in the audio zone, you can listen it via Audible. And this book basically tells you we expect success to bring happiness, but it is otherwise. Happiness actually brings success. That is his theory. He is a person which went to Harvard School of Psychology and he liked it there, so he wanted to stay there and he became a resident there, then he became a assistant professor, then associate professor. So his journey and his books reminds us how important happiness can be in our lives. Your relationships, your work, your business can level up by you being happy. By you, I have a friend which is a very happy and which is a very funny person to be around, and this friend is very happy. So this friend is exposing us with the positive energy, and it is too fun to be around that positive energy. And it is like this positive energy actually makes her control the situation. This positive energy makes that person being able to control that situation. So, positive energy and being happy can make you a successful person in areas of the life. Positive energy and being happy will make you a more developed person. Like, think about the moments you have been sad in the past. Perhaps you have suffered from the major depressive disorder. Perhaps you have suffered from any kind of psychological disorders. Perhaps, I don't mean this in manic form, but perhaps you have suffered from bipolar disorder. And think about the times you were depressed. You most likely will see the success wasn't around you. And the reason, you can tell yourself, I wasn't successful back then, so I wasn't happy. If I was successful enough, if I had the car I wanted to have, if I was living in the house I wanted to live in, I could be happy. But this kind of a mindset has just one point of view. You should be able to expand your point of view, and you should be able to look into this thought, because this can change your life. This can change your perception. So if the perception changes, the deeds you will be doing in the future will change. So if you change the deeds, if you change your deeds, and if you change your choices, you will change your life. I like the author Sartre, and he said there is no reality except in action. So being in action and taking action decides your reality, not your thoughts, not your dreams, not your ideas, but taking action and giving birth to that thing, getting that thing into the world defines you. It is what you do that defines you. I think Batman said something very similar. Perhaps Batman took it from the Sartre, because Sartre was long ago. I don't think there was a cable TV back then, so he was too old, but he's still very smart. He's still very fun to read. I urge you to read Sartre, because he is like the Voltaire of past century, 20th century. Think about the times you were happy, and you will most likely find yourself in a successful position. Your mindset most likely is, I was happy because I was successful. But perhaps you were successful because you were happy. And this person is legit. This person's book is legit, and it kind of helps you to change your life around if you're into that subject. I myself, I am very into expressing or experiencing other thoughts of the people, because they can make you a better, wider point of view. And once you have a wider point of view, you will most likely be a winner in the life. Just look at the people that have very narrow point of view about the world, about the environment, and you will most likely see them suffering, because having a very narrow point of view is harmful. It will harm everything you do in the life. It will harm your relationships, it will harm your friendships, it will harm your business, or it will harm your job. It will do this. There isn't without an exception. And you will see the people who are living independent, the people who are very happy, and people who are very fulfilled, they kind of discover their purpose in the life. You will see them have a very wide point of view. And the many authors name this point of view as frame, like a frame of mind, frame of your mindset. Think of it as a frame, and this frame shows how you perceive the world, how you perceive your reality, how you make your own reality. This frame should be wide, because if it's wide, you will be able to place many things in that frame. But if it's narrow, you will suffer. I think you will suffer from hypertension. You might suffer from diabetes, because if your frame is very narrow, you will wish to avoid pain, and the pain will find you. There is no mistake about this. You will wish to avoid pain, and in order to avoid pain, perhaps in order to get a little relief, you will be into the carbohydrate, excessive carbohydrate, and your metabolism will suffer. You will suffer. Your health will suffer. Keep this in mind. It's important that you should keep this in mind, because this brain, this tissue, this thing we have in our body is leading us in every aspect of our lives. It will lead anything. It will lead us to eat. We will decide what we are eating, whether they're healthy, whether they're harmful for us, whether they're good for us. This will decide it, and you should be able to use it wisely, and you should have a wide frame of mind, because the wide kind of a frame will bring you lots of positive things in the life. And if you're positive enough, and if you're happy enough, you will be successful. You will be successful in your relationships, you will be successful in your work, in your business, you will be successful towards your relatives. Anything depends on your perception. The perception is your own reality, and it is up to you to change that perception. It is hard, because we as species, as humans, we wish to stay put. We don't wish to change our position, whether it is a point of view or whether it is our physical form. We all have this kind of nature's laws, and it is very hard to manipulate these kind of laws, even if that is us, but it is certainly possible. And you will see many people are very similar around the globe. We have very common wishes, we have very common dreams. Perhaps most of them are about luxury stuff. Most of them are about living in a bigger house, having a bigger car, and having a bigger bank account. But this is wide. This is not wide. This is a narrow point of view. We should be able to widen it. And I don't say these things aren't important. They are very important, because we live in a physical world. We need physical things, but This isn't everything. We as species, we have the intellectual and emotional capability of having a spiritual side. And as long as we have a wide view, be people will be driving towards us. We will have a happy, healthy, and fulfilled life. And this is pretty much summing the life we wish to live. This is it for this video. I'll get to see in the next video. If you think you have earned any kind of value, you may like my video, and please consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Goodbye.